Alright, hi YouTube. I'm on here today to update you guys on my pregnancy. I am 7 weeks and 1 day pregnant. Some of the symptoms that I've been experiencing since my last video have been extreme morning sickness. I'm sick morning, noon, and night. I'm nauseous, close to vomiting, having food aversions. Certain smells will just make me want to throw up. And so I was prescribed promethazine because diclegis wasn't covered through my insurance unless I got pre-authorization, and my nausea was so bad that I needed something right away. So they gave me promethazine, which is fine and it works, but it puts me to sleep. And also, I think it upsets my stomach. I'm not sure, but it puts me to sleep. It stops the nausea, but I can't take it during the day. I can't, it'll put me to bed. So I went today to Target and got these, and they're called C-bands. Hold on, I have the box. C-bands from Target for, this one says, and you can't even read it, it's backwards. This one, it's for travel sickness, morning sickness, and other types of sickness, some sickness being chemotherapy. And I put them on this afternoon. I can in this case, this little box, and I put them on this afternoon as soon as I got into the parking lot of Target, and I felt great all day. Like, I put them on around 1 or 2, and it's already 5. I feel like I'm not even pregnant. And which sounds, I guess, brings me to my next topic. Being pregnant makes you feel sick. It's just what it does. And so I feel guilty because, I have a Facebook page where, I'm friends with a lot of women who are still trying to conceive. And I don't want to complain 24/7 about how sick pregnancy is making me. But this is the sickness is so bad that, to say this, I don't want to be pregnant because I feel that sick. Not because I don't want the baby or to feel kicks eventually or to buy baby clothes or all that. It's not that. I don't like nausea. I don't like needing to vomit or wanting to vomit or almost vomit. I don't like that vomiting thing. I can't handle that. And on top of vomiting, I'm also having diarrhea and excessive bowel movements because my progesterone is, it's high because you're pregnant. And so everything is just like a side effect of this. I'm so sick because my hormone levels for my HCG are high. Like, they're in the last time they got checked almost 2 weeks ago, they were 15,000. My HCG level. So I'm sick because the pregnancy is healthy. And so I understand that. And I'm grateful to be pregnant, but then I don't want to complain because, so many deserving women out there are still trying to conceive. They deserve to be pregnant. And I just, but I feel awful. So while I understand that there are women who are still trying to conceive and they want to be pregnant and they're desperate for it, I just don't like feeling like garbage all day. So I got my C-bands and I feel normal. I wasn't feeling as sick as I have. I'm not feeling as sick as I have been for like the past 2 weeks because I'm 7 weeks 1 day today, which would mean the morning sickness really kicked in the 5th week. So for the past 2 weeks, I just haven't felt like myself, and that's just, I feel like when you catch a cold and you're like trying to battle it for a week. This isn't a cold. This is pregnancy. So I have to figure out how, because it's not something I'm going to get over in a week. I can't get over morning sickness in a week. This is going to be like months. So the C-bands are working, so I'm really happy. And I don't want to offend anyone who's still trying to conceive, because I understand, the journey. I was there for 5 years trying to conceive, and it hurts. It hurts when someone gets pregnant and all they do is complain about it. But now that I'm on the other side, I see why. Because there's a lot of pains, discomforts, uncomfortable, and there's also severe morning sickness, hyperemesis gravidarum, and I could possibly have that too. So I don't know. I have to go get checked through my obstetrician to see if I have the hyperemesis. I don't know if that's what I'm having. So it's just like you try so hard to get pregnant, and then you get pregnant, and then you get sick with it. It's just like, oh my goodness, like, is there anything that's gonna go right? But so far so good. No bleeding, no spotting. I did have bleeding and spotting, I think, 2 or 3 days after I found out I was pregnant, because I did, I'm looking at the calendar, because I did a yeast infection, vaginal thingy, and it was causing spotting. But never had that again, so good. Baby seems fine. and I'm not trying to say, this sounds weird, I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but I could feel the spot where the baby's implanted. I can't feel the baby move. The baby's like the size, oh, a blueberry. The baby's the size of a blueberry. I can't feel it, but I can feel the spot where it implanted. Like, I could tell it's on my right side, and so, like, I watch that side, and I can feel stuff there, like, stretching of the uterus and all that. And so I get excited when I am feeling nauseous because I know the pregnancy is still happening, but then I get sad because I ate nausea. And so, yeah, but I'm excited. Like, there's this, I can't even contain my excitement, and I'll be so disappointed if I end up having, like, a blighted ovum or a miscarriage or, you know, stuff like that. Like, I'll be disappointed. Like, this will be, like, a tragedy. So I'm trying to enjoy this every day that I can, but just know you will get sick when you do get pregnant. And today I met, well, at a home visit from my pregnancy coach. So through my clinic, there's a sub-chapter of Birth and Beyond, and if you're in California, Birth and Beyond is resources for pregnant women. Birth and Beyond, this is a sub-chapter of them for a certain group of women, and I qualify, so now they're going to give me a home visitor, and she's going to be my patient advocate through my OBGYN office to get all my, any testing that I want done, get me, you know, set up, I guess, like for bus passes if I need them. I have a car, but for bus passes, like, to make me comfortable during my pregnancy, which, you know, I can see now why pregnant women, like, back when I was trying to conceive, I was like, why are pregnant women so catered to? Why is it but when we are trying to conceive, when we're trying to conceive, we just see the benefits of pregnancy. And now that I'm pregnant myself, I see why, like, why there would be benefits, although I don't feel like I'm really benefiting that much. I'm only like 7 weeks pregnant, like, not like in my 35th week or anything, and I'm gonna drop any day. But I can see why they have these because it's hard. Like, your mind is constantly racing about, is the baby okay? Is the baby safe? Am I eating the right stuff? Is what I'm going to eat going to harm the baby? Is what I'm going to drink going to harm the baby? Is, like, it's constant. So if you get, like, the little bit of, I guess, perks from it, take it, because pregnancy is uncomfortable. So I get a pregnancy coach, and she's my patient advocate. So that's nice. That's sweet. And she's going to be with me every week from here on out until I give birth. And I also had a appointment this afternoon for a breastfeeding class. Oh, my purse out there. And so had a breastfeeding CPSP class. So California, something program that I'm in, and they're teaching me how to breastfeed, and so I got some information about that today that I had no idea about breastfeed. I thought I knew, but I didn't. And so all they're trying to do is encourage me to breastfeed. And that's the other, I guess that could be included in my other symptoms, is that my breasts hurt. Like, I've never had breast pain like this in my life. It's like someone is stabbing knives. If I lay on my breast, which would be laying on my stomach to go to sleep, it's like knives are sticking in them. And that's your body is preparing for milk. So it's like, oh my gosh, my breasts are not my breasts anymore. And also this week, so my 6th week, so because I was just turned 7 weeks on Thursday, during the last week, I just feel like my body's not my body anymore. It's like changing. I can feel the change. So that's scary too. That's like, it's alarming. It's good, but it's alarming. There's a lot of stuff that's really scary about being pregnant. And so I had my appointment for breastfeeding classes today. Next week I have an appointment with my actual nurse practitioner, obstetrician. Hopefully I get an ultrasound, because I've never seen my baby on an ultrasound. The doctors at the ER have seen the baby on the ultrasound. I want pictures. I want something. I want to know that the baby's okay. Hopefully, if they do an ultrasound, let's see a heartbeat, and we could go for, like, you know, I can know that something's happening that's positive, that I'm sick for a reason. So that's next Friday, and I got a call on Wednesday, so this is even bigger news. I got a call on Wednesday from my OBGYN, the same one who I went to today, and they said because of my risk for gestational diabetes, I did not pass my glucose 1-hour test that they gave me. Due to my weight and probably the PCOS, I think I told the OBGYN I have PCOS. I did not pass it, so I need to take a 3-hour glucose test. And then I have a family history of incompetent cervix and preterm labor. Incompetent cervix is when your cervix is too weak to hold in your pregnancy once the baby starts gaining weight. So that usually happens around the 22nd, 23rd week of pregnancy. Your baby will start gaining weight. And some women's cervix, some are weak, and they'll start dilating and going into preterm labor. And with preterm labor, in my family, we've had several second trimester losses at 23 weeks, and that could possibly happen to me. So in order to prevent that, they're sending me to a specialist, and I'll get the call sometime next week with my new doctor's information and all that. So my pregnancy is high risk now, and so here we go. I'll have appointments every 2 weeks, and stuff like that. So it's really, this is, time to take it easy. Okay, so high risk, preterm labor, family history. I'm really scared about the gestational diabetes because I'm already a larger lady. I'm plus size, and so getting pregnant at this weight, which I was told I would never get pregnant at this weight. I was. Getting pregnant at this weight and needing to gain at least 25 pounds, it's already putting my body under pressure. I'm at risk for not just gestational diabetes, but preeclampsia, and I think there might be more that I don't even know about. So it's better that I'll be seen by a high-risk doctor, and maybe I'll be able to get some, stronger medicine for the nausea, but the C-band, that seems to be working well. Again, just 7 weeks, 1 day. I'll update more. Probably have another video soon. And I want to do this as often as possible, like the vlogs. But I'm not trying to say the wrong thing, because I don't want to offend anyone. So I want to update more. Do baby haul clothes. And getting closer to my second trimester here, because and pretty much by July I'll be second trimester, so it'll start ramping up. And I want to be excited. I am excited. I just want to know my baby's okay, so that I can let the excitement out, because I'm dying to announce this on Facebook, like do a proper announcement. I'm just dying for everything. I waited all this time for it. So yeah, I'm fine. The nausea seems to have subsided temporarily. We'll see how long this lasts. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll update as soon as I know more about the baby and get my ultrasound.